Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Y'all, I am escaping the Phoenix heat, heading up north tomorrow. Finally, I have been home for 9 days at my home base. This is the longest stretch I've actually been at the house since October. I am in the van a majority of the time because I love van life and this is where I like to be. I like to be on the road and on the go and in nature. The heat down here is suffocating me and I am just not a city person anymore. I'm not a homebody anymore. I like to be out in nature doing van life things with Wynston. So the good news is I was very busy when I was at home and I got so much done this last week. I spent Mother's Day with my mom, of course, and took her out, spent a night with her. I had a doctor's appointment. I got a bunch of stuff sold on Facebook Marketplace. I had a garage sale. I did laundry. I did a deep clean of my van. I did so many things. So I was nice and productive while I was at the house. But I am so ready to get back up north into the pine trees into 70-degree weather. So this video will be of me packing up the van, what that looks like, and getting ready to head up north tomorrow. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into it. I actually took the fridge out of my van this week. I gave it a nice clean. I kept it inside because I was doing some experimenting with different power stations, and actually I decided just to leave it in there until I'm ready to fill. Otherwise it'll be super hot and take longer to cool down tomorrow. So my little table and my ramp will go behind my fridge, and then I have my shower jug ready. This one I need to fill up tomorrow, and I will bungee those when we hit the road. My toilet, I cleaned it, bleached it. It has fresh pellets in it, so it's ready to go. I washed all of our bedding while I was home, sheets and everything, so Wynston and I have fresh blankets. Excited about that. I have my van powers all charged up and ready. I really wish I had a smaller power station to use with my fridge, like my Bluetti 800. I really miss that power station, but whatever, it is what it is. So I have to pack up my solar and some things because I took them out. Like I said, I did a really deep clean of my van while I was home, wiped everything down, dusted everything off. So I will put some things back in my van tomorrow morning just because I don't want it sitting out in the heat. The other day I actually made a short because I found this really great fan at Goodwill for $5. It's a USB fan. It has a stand, but it also comes off the stand and becomes a clip. So I can use it a lot of different places in my van. Since we are approaching summer, it's already warm in Arizona, even mid-70s up in northern Arizona. I wanted to make sure I had a good working fan. So I have that. That was my super dope $5 Goodwill find. I stocked up on all my coffee bags and all that good stuff. I actually found, I'm really excited about this, I found Caribou coffee at Target. And if you don't know the significance of Caribou, it is so tasty. It's based out of Minnesota, and I've never seen it anywhere except for Minnesota. But I found it at Target because Target is also based in Minnesota. So I'm really stoked that I found some Caribou to use in my pour over bags. It's going to be very tasty in the forest. I've been using this bottom drawer for all of my kind of extra stuff, my hoodie, extra clothes, baggies, kind of an extra hat, miscellaneous items. It's worked out really well. So I have lots of fresh laundry. It's actually barely even hoodie season. It's only getting down to about 50 degrees at night in northern Arizona. So I'll probably barely have to wear my hoodie, which I'm not even mad about. I got all my clean laundry packed up, put away. Have my cute little towel. It's kind of summery, huh? My paw prints. So I will put my Hygiene caddy in here tomorrow morning, as well as what is that? Is that a leaf? Wynston's food and items that I don't want sitting out in the heat. I also took my butane out. put it in the house because it was about 100 degrees every day this week, so I didn't want it sitting in that extreme heat. Same thing with my candles. I bought a couple new candles, but they're sitting in the house so they don't melt. Oh, the precautions you have to take in the Arizona desert, tell you what. Y'all want to see something great? Ooh, look at those dark skies. That means it's only 83 degrees outside. Right now it's around 5:30, so I can actually finish working in my van. So I am going to do that right now. I loaded up my fridge this evening since it will get down into the 70s tonight and it's not going to be as warm tomorrow. Plus, I am leaving late morning, so I loaded that up, put my ramp and small table behind it. Then I have some sparkling water behind my van powers. I turned my sink over, so it's laying right there now, and then I have my pine pellets. My vents are on the side of my van powers, so they still have plenty of space for ventilation. Now I just got to store my vacuum here and move on. I just wiped off my solar panels, got those loaded up. I still need to load up my pants and my butane. I put some dry food away, but the rest I will put in here tomorrow. I'm just trying to lighten my load for tomorrow morning since it will be warm as I'm packing up. There was quite a bit of traffic heading up north today, but it is Saturday. Typically, I do not travel on the weekends to avoid the traffic, of course, especially because school's out now in Arizona. So people are heading up north for really the first time this weekend. Of course, next weekend will be even more insane because it's Memorial Day. And now that we are consistently hitting 100 degrees in the valley, people are looking to escape. But it wasn't too bad of a drive. It did rain a lot in northern Arizona this past week, but Wynston and I are bringing the sun from down south. I think the warmest it will be up here is about 78 degrees this coming week, but mostly around 73 to 75 with lows of about 50 degrees at night. As you can see, we have beautiful conditions. It was a gorgeous day for driving, despite the little bit of traffic coming up the mountain. But I'm glad that we're coming up here now because I did spend the 10 days or so at home, and this way we will be able to get comfortable and settled in before all of the holiday traffic and campers come into the forest up here. So we are almost to camp, just a few miles away. So we arrived at camp. It took me a little longer to get here than usual, like 2 hours and 45 minutes because I stopped for lunch and to go pee. So Maddie found us an amazing campsite. And it is a beautiful day. It's been raining, but I told Maddie I was going to bring the sunshine, and I did. So I actually see one of my friends camped not too far away, and it has filled in here a lot more in the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure it'll get crazy for Memorial Day. But we hunkered down in a spot, and we will stay here through Memorial Day to ensure that we don't lose this awesome area that we got. There are these two big holes in the ground, so I put my white decorative table in one. It fits perfectly, and I will keep lanterns on it. That way I don't fall into it and like break my ankle. And there was one over here, so I put my water table on top of it. So that way I'm not at risk anymore. I'm just getting kind of the bare minimum put out right now. Have my new lawn darts game. Not going to put up my awning today. I'll probably leave that for tomorrow. I always like stuff to do. Don't want to do everything at once. And it is 3 o'clock, so I just kind of want to take it easy. We had a travel day. Probably won't put up my shower tent at all because Maddie has his up. So that'll give me one less thing I have to do, but a beautiful breeze. It is 23 degrees cooler here than in the Phoenix area. We do have a lot of shade to take advantage of over here, but I am parked in the sun for my solar, and then of course I'll put my awning up. That will give me shade on the other side. And the sun will set on my driver's side, so that way I will have shade on the other side a lot of the day. Plus these trees will keep my van shaded in the morning, which will be nice. I am so happy to be back up north with Wynston. We are going to have an awesome couple of weeks here. Whoop, I almost tripped. I will go say hi to my friend at some point. He's actually parked right down the hill from us. And then tomorrow I will finish getting the rest of the campsite put up. In the meantime, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and join Wynston and I. I hope you will hang out with us as we share our northern Arizona adventures over the next couple weeks. Like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.